Already off to a great start. It was a go-go with a dash between the go-go. Movie get its own title wrong? Both works. It's okay. Wow.
You may come from beyond the moon, but to me, you're just a good God.
The other three? Other three what? Oh, additional dialogue.
So you must go.
Bill Rebane? Oh no. That's Twister's revenge.
What you're about to see may not even be possible.
It shouldn't be.
Within the narrow limits of human understanding. Case in point. A space capsule is rocketed into orbit on schedule. Its mission, to observe new objects circling the Earth. Satellites which no nation had launched. As the capsule reached its orbit, communications with it suddenly went silent. Several days passed. A search team headed by Colonel Steve Connors began an intensive search of the entire area.
This is like the meeting minutes, you know?
This is Connors. Go ahead, Patrol 2.
Just finished the sweep. Nothing in sight except trees. Coming in. Over.
On the high school PA system? What is that?
Come on home. Over and out.
In a wooded area not far from the Space Agency Astrophysical Laboratories in Chicago,
That's a real thing?
observers reported that a strange object had fallen to Earth.
This is Patrol 2 to Connors. Come in. Over.
Strange object.
Connors. Come in, Connors. Over.
John Malkovich's
This is
head? I don't know.
Patrol 2.
I've spotted something. Looks like it might be our stray lamb. I'm going down to have a closer look.
Roger, Patrol 2. We may have found something.
Was it the space capsule?
I don't know. I wasn't there. Wasn't born yet. What are you asking me for? You guys know? I don't know.
Look, Jim.
Well, first name basis?
Looks like this is it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it, all right. Looks pretty bad from here. I'm setting it down.
You know, I've got better reception from like a couple of coffee cans thrown together, you know? Jim, you got plenty of space. Just put it anywhere. Okay, yeah, swing your ass around. And curtsy.
There's a big hole in one side. And...
I love you.
My God.
This is Captain Connors.
He made sure to broadcast his...
Connors calling Patrol 2. Jim, do you read me? Come in, Patrol 2.
I don't think Jim got a Charlie horse at that moment.
Sounded like he was in trouble.
Or sick. So the other three are just warming up their instruments right now? What? Tune the guitar.
Without question, this was the capsule that had put Douglas into orbit.
Was he
And
like
without
2 feet
question,
tall?
Douglas was gone without a trace.
Oh, free helicopter. Woohoo! Whoops. We'll just ask his permission.
Pilot, who had discovered the capsule, was dead, horribly mangled in a way no one had ever seen before.
How many horrible mangled people do you see in the Air Force?
Come in.
They're already inside.
Carl, Nora, how are you?
How's Jimmy?
Oh, he's fine. I just...
Who's Jimmy?
Hi, honey. Have some coffee?
No, no thanks.
Carl?
Yes, please.
They're just here for the interview, that's all. Smoke if you got him.
Thanks.
It's about Frank, isn't it?
Ruth, the capsule came back.
The very next day.
What about Frank?
I don't know. He had all
Who's
the
Frank?
emergency
Is
equipment
Frank
he
the guy?
needed,
Oh, what is it all about?
I'm not
The
good
shot
with
was
names.
a success.
Like you have to say
The
person
capsule
one,
did come
person
back.
two at this point. Hey, Shenlong, how are you?
We don't know whether the
Welcome.
radiation repellent worked or not.
Oh, I know
yeah.
I shouldn't feel this
Forgot
way.
about
It's his life, but... Well, ever since Harry died, Frank's been like a father to Jimmy.
There we go. Try it again.
Honey, just try not to even think about it right now.
What am I going to tell Jimmy?
Would you like me to spend the night?
She asked. Ooh.
I've got to get back to the lab, Ruth. If there's anything I can do.
Thank you,
Dropping
Carl.
off the wife.
Hi, Dr. Carl.
Hi,
Must be Jimmy.
Jimmy, I thought you were over at Mrs. Williams.
I had to get some more rocket parts. When's Uncle Frank coming home?
Young
Well,
Ben
honey.
Affleck, huh?
He won't be back for a
Not
while
really.
yet. Remember, he went on a long trip.
He promised to take me fishing.
Well, some trips are longer.
You know what, kid? There's more important things than fishing, like
What's wrong with Mommy?
The mommy's not
like
feeling very
coupons
well.
and
But suppose you go upstairs and when we're all through, we'll have
Makeup.
a nice big ice cream soda, huh?
an ice cream soda.
No, I can't take any more.
Ah,
Hello. Yes. Yes. When?
Shenlong, you can go ahead and try that command again.
It was Logan. They've located the camp.
It's Frank.
I'll let you know as soon as I find out.
As soon as we find all the bits of them all strewn about.
Honey, he'll call if there is any news.
No, I want to be with you. I'll get my coat.
Quick, did you while she gets the coat?
Wait, I want to come with you.
No, Ruth, you stay here. Please.
Oh, they're in Reverb Forest. And when you go there, your voice echoes a lot.
Douglas,
No. Jim Taylor, the helicopter pilot.
how did it happen?
We don't know, sir. We were having contact with him from the ground car.
The helicopter
Suddenly,
killed
he
him.
let out a yell and then went blank. There was nothing we could do.
You better take a look at the body, Carl.
Why?
I've never seen anything like it. He sure looked like a
It looks
dry
fine to
clean.
me. What's all this mangled stuff?
Looks like some kind of a burn.
Yeah, Carol. Yep.
But it didn't touch his hair or his clothes.
Pretty sure it was a Joel
What about
one.
the capsule.
That's what's left of it.
He didn't have a chance.
There's something else I want to show you. What do you make of this, Carl?
That's
They look like severe burns.
silage, I guess.
What could have caused such burns?
I don't know.
Smithers.
Probably some kid's prank.
Oh yeah, kids love to go out there and scorch the earth. I did. It was
What about
awesome.
the capsule?
The equipment's on the way now.
All right. But I want you to stay here until it arrives. I don't want anything disturbed until Dr. Logan has had a chance to examine it carefully.
All right, Dr. Schmidt.
So should I
Let me
just
get back to the lab.
examine the
There's nothing more we
scorch?
can do here. Nora,
What is MST3K? Oh boy.
What are we going to tell Ruth?
I'm going to tell her the truth.
Can we, Carl?
What do you mean?
There's no real proof that Douglas is
It's a
dead.
loaded question,
No
it is.
body. Maybe we shouldn't tell her anything.
Nobody hopes for a miracle more than I, Henry. There's no sense grabbing at straws.
She got Helena Bonham
Even
Carter
assuming
hair.
he was blown clear of the wreckage before his oxygen ran out. The wreckage here is enough to tell the story.
I'm not convinced. The condition of that body. Something's not right.
We'll probably get the facts in the laboratory.
Maybe you're right.
Blow some bubbles, you doofus. Fakey math, the best kind there is.
I thought you'd been home.
Too much on my mind. When did you get back to the lab?
I never been home either. I kept thinking about the body. Wondering about the capsule. Theorizing. But I'm trying to find an answer. So, here I am.
Did you come up with anything?
Take a look. You know enough about these things.
This is human tissue.
Correct.
But it's different, though. I've never seen anything quite like it.
I took it from Taylor's body. He was literally cooked to death in a matter of seconds.
By what?
Something so
Microwave
charged
him.
with radiated energy, contact brought instant death.
You infer the capsule came back with radioactive energy?
The capsule didn't kill Taylor. Here.
Jazz did.
Tiny scraps of metal. Seems normal.
It is. No radioactivity.
Said it was something else.
Remember the scorched mark on the ground near the body? Whatever killed Taylor stood.
Remember, I loved it.
Placed right where the body was. Analysis of the grass from that spot showed clearly the same effects as on Taylor's body.
Henry, I know what you're driving at, but it's impossible. Douglas couldn't have survived.
That sign behind him is the most interesting part of the scene.
The nose cone of the capsule did. The chute opened.
I'm aware of that. But we both know that it opened when it passed over our radio signal. And even if I go along with you on the assumption that Douglas is back, where is he? And why should he be radioactive? His body was loaded.
Why is anyone radioactive?
I don't have the answers to those questions yet.
Disco.
My brother and I are working on them. Let's face facts. 1, a capsule comes back. 2, a man is seared to death by an unknown force. 3, we know an excessive amount of radiation came back with the capsule. And 4, Douglas is missing.
And 5, my mustache is upsetting.
Did you tell Dr. Manning of this?
No, not yet. And I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't either. At least until we have some more answers. I need a little more time.
Yes, the military keeping secrets from itself. That always
Take as much
helps.
time as you need. But pray that something else doesn't happen. Well, I'm going now. Good night.
Good night.
Really enforcing the whole no smoking. I think that guy who's waving at the plane really is not supposed to be on set. They just kind of rolled him out there on the tarmac.
Finally going to meet the invisible member of this project.
Yes. It's a strange feeling working 3 years with a man you've never met.
All right, here you go. Ooh, slug bug. Let's see what losers we got here.
The episode was considered important enough for the civilian head of the project, Dr. Chris Manning, to
Here,
make an
Chris the
emergency
doctor.
visit.
Carl? It isn't often we have such a short
I
time.
swear I thought the guy on the right had walked out of the plane, but it's a different guy
Chris
who's
Manning, Dr. Schreiber, Captain Connors. Dr. Schreiber? This is a real pleasure. I've been
beefy,
looking forward to meeting you for a long time.
pudgy.
Pleasure's mine, Doctor. I've been impressed with some of your theories. I'd like to discuss them with you one day. Fine.
Well, I've been impressed with your hair. It's not even moving.
I pulled Chris off a vacation to come down here with me. After Logan told me about the pilot, I decided it was time to break security and bring you two together.
Love,
I would like to examine the body as soon as
soft as a Bunsen burner.
by now. We can go to the hospital directly if you like. Fine. I'll fill you in on the details on the way over.
Well, first, a strip club, gentlemen. It is 1965, after all. Yes, movie, spare us no expense. The unanswered question, did they get into the car? Did they have any problems? Oh, Elaine Bennis. Oh, guess not. Was this common practice in 1965? A little bit before my time. Now I know why Footloose was invented. Rhythm? Nah, just move those hips. Lawrence of Arabia, the early years. So I guess this is the go-going part. Sweater versus sweater. You'll fight to the death. Oh, the tugboat's coming in. That's okay, leave us here. We'll be. Oh, damn it. A lack of suspense.
What changes the delicate interlocking of fates that determines life or death?
I don't know. These are
A series
questions.
of ifs.
Series
If
of
the girl
whys.
had danced with her boyfriend instead of the other boy, and they had stayed later. If the two of them hadn't parked to kiss and make up. But that is not what happened.
We know.
And
We're
fate
watching it.
And history never deal in ifs.
Or doggies. Well, he's got something to say. He's going to say it as much as he wants. Or it's just some sounds that he's making. No, the boat's coming in again. What the hell? Well, that was quick. So the monster killed him and put a blanket over him. That's nice.
Good God.
Not that good.
What happened to him? From the looks of him, General, I'd say the same thing that happened to the helicopter pilot. Who found him, Captain?
One of the search party.
Did he see anything?
No, Doctor. Not a thing.
You know, maybe not do ADR in the inside of a steel pipe. Just, you know, suggestion. Oh, you're a miracle worker. Now that interested him. Spread out, you mooks. It's a Dane. What benefit is that? Slap her hand.
I think she's all right, General. She's in shock.
Good.
Let's get her right back to the lab.
You're bringing her back to the... No, not a hospital. A lab.
You got her?
What?
I got her. No,
Well, I got her all right. Oh, Pink Floyd incoming, sir. So when you find a woman who looks like she's in shock, you take her to a lab. Or a Labrador lab.
Dr. Logan, puzzled by the laboratory analysis, made his own exploratory trip back to the landing area.
Well, that's smart.
His theory was proved right, and it was proved right so unexpectedly and so violently that he never lived to record it.
Spoilers. So his theory was that if he drove reverse, that he would end up back at the site that he drove away from earlier yesterday. Ah. Logic does not belong here. I guess that's not really a bird. Not sure what it wants to be. Well, that's no good. Put it back together again. Like, is a cardinal, blackbird, sparrow, chickadee? I don't know. That's a whippoorwill? Yeah. I think someone was just whistling off camera. That bird would not want to be in this movie. Ah, stick. That's pretty intense investigation here. Got his Whammo air blaster at the ready. I should pick some wild flowers for Mother. Like, what is he investigating? It's like... You looking for truffles? What? Yes, go through this thickest thicket you can find. He's a poor scientist. Oh no! Yeah, movie. That's what they want to see, was the inside of his mouth. Cross it off my bucket list. Huh. Well, alrighty then.
You remember that song?
That one with the music in it?
Would you like to dance?
To what?
No.
Good.
Huh?
You know, Chris, that dash of gray is very distinguished.
One would think we were getting older.
Aren't we?
No.
Yeah. Just the scene alone has aged me about 2 years.
With 2 anchovy olives.
Oh, man, she's a firecracker, I'm telling you.
That's very easy. How many years has it been?
Too many, Ruth. Too many.
That's not the good answer.
I've got the most peculiar feeling that something's terribly wrong. Ever since Frank was lost.
No, they didn't lose Frank.
Feminine intuition.
Maybe they did.
When Carl told me the capsule had come back, I almost expected it. And now another death. I keep telling myself there's nothing to fear, but I can't quite make myself believe it.
Yeah, people getting killed, I wouldn't be afraid either.
Yes, there's a telephone call for you. Oh, thank you, waiter. Excuse me, Ruth.
Our tepid little conversation wasn't going anywhere. I got to take this phone call. Say. Whoever pulls this sword from this olive shall be Queen of England. Oh, okay, congratulations. You're Queen.
Ruth, do you know where Port Wine Road is?
Yes, it's a mile from the site.
Port Wine Road?
What is it? What happened, Chris?
Is that near Brandywine Boulevard?
There's been another strange accident.
Oh, no.
Let's go.
Ah. Well, we'll just stay here at the restaurant. No, damn it.
All shriveled up. You're certain it's Logan?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
no. Any trace of Frank?
No, but we found this.
Henry's.
Let's see.
Over this way.
I know whose it is just by looking at it. He's sleeping.
Take a look at this.
Absolutely unbelievable, General.
So many adverbs to unpack there.
He looks worse than the others.
Well, he started out looking
Again, there
worse.
wasn't anybody around who saw anything.
No. One of our men recognized Logan's car on his way to town this morning. The car was still there when he came back this afternoon, so we stopped to investigate.
It was the birds. Let's question the birds. A little alone time for myself. Kind of think about the future since I'm not getting old. Yeah. Missed out on the soup though. That was good. That was a smoke after the food. That'd have been good too.
Did you find anything?
Nothing.
What do you think brought him out here?
I've been wondering about that myself, Carl. He must have had a good reason. He had the counter with him. Captain, would you boys take Logan's body back to the lab? We'll join you there.
All right, Doctor.
Always handing off work to somebody else.
Carl, do you have any idea where Logan was going this morning?
No. He said he was going into town to pick up some personal things. I don't know of any special plans he had.
Maybe you better drop me off there.
All right.
If we can find out what brought him to this particular place, we might have something to go on.
Good idea.
Just gotta catch an Uber, huh? Bye. No. I mean, the movie can just go on without us. It's be totally fine. Gingerly.
Does that bring me up to date?
As far as the tragedies,
What do you mean?
well, for the last 8 weeks, nothing has happened. Whatever came back in that capsule has disappeared.
I thought this was going to be a lockup. Thought it was just legwork when Manning turned it over to me.
Legwork?
Yeah, I didn't read a single one of those books.
Trivia? There's nothing trivial
Not a
about
single
three
damn
deaths.
one.
That's for sure. Now I can understand Chris's concern. So let's get with it.
Well, where do we start?
I'd like to see Dr. Kramer.
Well, she's probably in her lab.
She?
Does she work alone?
Well, she started it with Dr. Logan, but now she works with Conrad, his brother.
Well, let's go.
Dr. Brett, Dr. Kramer.
With the deepest respect.
I'm glad to know you.
I filled Dr. Brett in on the details, but, well, let's get to the larger issues. Floor is yours, Doctor.
Did you run a blood count on Taylor?
Yes, we did. Actually, there was no blood.
One blood.
It all turned to powder, and we think that accounts for the shriveled effect.
Well, how long was Taylor dead before his body was found?
Well, just a matter of moments before his last contact and when I arrived on the scene.
We think he was on his way back to the copter when it got him.
What?
It?
Whatever it was that came back to the capsule. The monster.
It's true. We have a radioactive something or other. 10 foot tall, 400 pounds.
They're so specific.
Connie, if we sent an astronaut up, we got him back. Now, if something changed him or affected him in the atmosphere, something caused it. What?
Imperfection in the equipment?
It's impossible. It was a perfect two-man capsule, easy controlled by Douglas. We checked that out. And unless I miss my guess, Douglas is back.
A monster? I don't know.
What about
Why?
the Tedium-51 he was taking?
Sanpedium? What is...
Well, yes, we actually gave him lots more of these injections so that he could withstand all kinds
Keeping
of
help
rays.
levels of injections.
Well, did Dr. Logan keep a log?
Certainly.
May I see it?
Yes. Excuse me. This is Dr. Logan's log. You'll find it very correct.
Logan's log, stardate 35743.
Do you keep a log?
Sure.
May I see it, please?
Yes, I'll get it.
Personal.
Sure is thorough.
That's why he's here.
Why did you change
Yeah, just skirt over the
Tedium-50 to
issues. I'm
51
sure
6
that'll
months ago?
help.
Dr. Logan thought it would be more effective.
But 50 was very effective. It was tested on
Dr.
animals
Logan is dead.
for a 2-year period, the other for only 6 months.
I didn't know that. Why wasn't I told?
Well, in the first place, it seemed so nominal. Dr. Logan was so sure it would be all right.
Well, another thing, Doctor.
Doctor?
Dr. Logan states his final injection with Douglas was 100 cc's. According to your log, as compared to his, yours says 200 cc's. Since both logs are accurate up to here, it's correct, Doctor.
I am only an assistant in this laboratory. I simply work here and I take my orders.
Dr. Brent didn't mean that. Security must be upheld.
Where's Dr. Logan?
He's either in the commissary or perhaps he's back in the other laboratory.
Well, let's go see him.
Thank you.
You just walk down the steps. Jeez.
I'm not a sensitive man. I deal in fact. I cross-checked your logs with Dr. Kramer's.
That's proper. You're head of the project.
Well, why wasn't I informed about the switch from Tedium-50 to 51?
They're almost identical.
Well, then why not call it 58?
I said almost identical.
What's the difference, Doctor?
Well, instead of being another.
Actinium-51 can stand 1/2 times more radiation.
You mean the subject can stand more?
Precisely.
How did the animal experiments work out?
Perfectly. For 6 months.
Well, what would happen with the overdose?
An overdose of anything. Candy with a child has a bad effect.
Oh, I know that.
It's corrected.
Diabetes.
Why did you inject Douglas with 200 cc's instead of the customary 100 cc's? Or was that your brother's order?
No. Dr. Kramer is very efficient and very observant. I did give him an extra 100 cc's for added protection. That was my reason.
Did you ever overdose an animal?
Yes, it absorbed great quantities of radiation.
It loved it.
The results, please.
I put it back in the cage with the other pigs. Killed every one of them it touched, innocently.
Is that all?
No. It grew twice its normal size. My brother developed an antidote. It worked.
Mm-hmm.
The animal died.
Of what, Doctor?
Waiter,
The heart
check,
couldn't stand the
please.
violent transition back to normal.
And Douglas?
He's alive out there, somewhere.
Who cares, though? It's more fun in here.
Working late, aren't you?
Because you could say she's lately working.
Finish this up. Hey, what do you think of that Dr. Brent?
He's a good man. Why?
I don't know. Really sort of scares me with his exactness. But you're awfully aware of your responsibilities.
He's got a job to do. I wouldn't want it.
Bickering, the movie.
I mean, it's been so quiet the past couple of weeks.
Hope it stays that way.
Yeah. No deaths, no monster reports.
Yeah, how do you grade monster reports?
I see you've made another batch of antidote.
Loudest phones in the world.
It was your brother's last order.
That's rough. Was that the phone? It seemed like the phone. I guess not. What's he waiting for?
Well, that does it.
Give myself an A+.
Aren't you?
As soon as I finish cleaning
Yeah,
up
they
my
are,
desk.
aren't they? Whoa! Lab coat and out on the town. The Mary Tyler Moore signature lab coat.
Good night, Conrad.
Wow. That's what women look like not in lab coats. Uh-oh. Time to do some Breaking Bad.
Dr. Logan did know where the giant was, in a storeroom in that very building.
What?
Logan had learned that massive doses of the antidote brought about an almost human appearance, but with such unpredictable side effects that enough tranquilizer to subdue 10 ordinary men had to be given each day. This day, it was late. Logan knew that each passing minute might mean a return to violence.
Return to
As it turned
violence.
out, he was too late.
Whoops,
Like his
a
brother,
little
the
clumsy.
scientist had an intuitive knowledge of the situation, plus an extraordinarily bad sense of timing.
And he had BO. The disadvantages were racking up like a falling house of cards. Wow, great orchestral music, y'all. Followed by the fart sounds. Ooh, what a lucky man he was. No one know who he was or where what he was doing. Kind of expect to hear some Graham Edge speaking soon. A little Moody Blues going on.
Everything used to make the antidote was in wreckage by the time Logan returned. Any chance that might have existed, any hope that sufficient antidote might be compounded to have a lasting effect, all this vanished with one sweep of the monster's arm.
That'll happen. Monsters are not very, they don't really focus on organizational skills. Exhaustive search.
Hello. Connect me to Laboratory D. Hurry. This is Dr. Logan. Is Dr. Brent there? Put him on. Dr. Brent, I'll be right over.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's urgent.
20-pound phone.
What's the panic?
Frank Douglas was here.
What do you mean, was here?
I hid him in my radiation lab for weeks.
What? Why would you keep that a secret?
An injection of antidote.
Why weren't we informed?
Blame it on my state of shock or my concern for Douglas's condition.
Or, you know,
I can only think to help him first.
Did the antidote do any good?
Yes, he became normal, except for size.
Why weren't we informed then?
I could only think of logging what I'd witnessed.
All right, so you logged it. Why didn't you tell us then?
I don't know.
You logged it.
I was trying to help.
Help? You've jeopardized this whole project.
What the hell do you want from me, Dr.
Stick him in the locker.
I don't have a precision mind like yours. All right, I made a mistake. But the fact is, Frank Douglas is gone with the antidote.
It seems to me you're one big mistake.
All right, Dr. Brent. Chalk me up as incompetent.
Done.
Well, it's all right, Conrad. We're both a little bit edgy. I was just
edgy.
One mistake can be costly. We better tell Connor.
Oh, Connor's at a party. Ooh. Say. That bird's back again. Same dog barking, too. Oh, here he is again. Just getting my steps in. I told you it's a weird movie. It's a boy! Everybody run! Yep. He's a monster. Monsters don't have a list.
Colonel Connors. Yes?
They're not planners,
Where?
they're pantsers.
All right.
What's the matter?
It's Douglas. He's about here.
He's really
Right
small.
near Ruth's home.
We have the house covered. Where's Logan?
The last time I saw him, he was in his office.
You stay here in control. I'll be right back. Conrad, Douglas was just seen by over a dozen people. They panicked. Some of them are still in shock.
Was anyone
He just goes in shock in this movie.
No, thank God. But he's got to be stopped before anything else happens. Washington called. They put me completely in charge.
Totally in charge.
They want results and they want them fast. I need to know some answers. Is there anything else I should know?
Nope.
I'm doing all I can.
Not enough. They want answers, they want them now. Now, don't mince words.
All right. But understand, this is just a theory.
Go on.
Douglas is much worse.
And?
And if my theory is correct, he gets progressively worse.
Worse at what, math?
What do you mean?
Well, when I first hid him in the other lab, I gave him an injection of the antidote my brother and Nora developed. It worked, and he became almost normal. But the condition lasted only 5 days. Then,
That's like a
with each
whirlwind
following
romance
injection,
time.
the effect of the antidote wore off more rapidly.
What are you trying to say?
The last injection was effective for only a few hours.
Are you trying to tell me?
Precisely. It means, Colonel, that if he is using the antidote he escaped with, as his body needs it, there is no telling how bad he will get after each injection wears off.
You mean he gets larger?
No, he doesn't get larger. The radius of his danger zone does.
Should we take a highway
What
there?
happens if he doesn't have any antidote?
I'm not sure. but it's conceivable that within hours he could contaminate everything and everybody within a radius of 50 miles.
That settles it.
So that's
He's got
bad.
to be destroyed. Alert the entire division forces, anything else that's available.
Girl
He's
Scouts,
got to be kept out of
Glee
populated
Club,
areas.
all of them.
And I want you with me every minute.
He wants me.
Okay, cover the house,
As the giant became bolder, his whereabouts were more easily tracked.
So get
and
him.
The Army was called out in force. Because this was, after all, an American astronaut. Official orders were not to fire. But one nervous soldier is all that is ever needed to start a panic.
Hey! You're going in the house, Buster.
Let me go!
My God, look!
He dropped his gun. It's like the worst military of all time.
Okay, man.
Don't shoot. Ow, ow. Could you use a flashlight so we're not shooting each other, sir? Yeah, whatever. Hey, Sean. Thanks. Welcome.
Douglas was at the house.
Did you finish up the last part you were on? The last
Now what, Doctor?
what is it called? The temple? What are they called again? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Well, he can't get very far.
Hey, Chef, what's going on?
We have the entire area surrounded.
The last dungeon. Thank you. It's like, why did I call it a temple? I don't know. Cool. That was what the water temple. Then it was, what was the one after the water? Or is that the same? Is that the same one? More fake people. I'm sorry. I still have a theory. I'm sticking with it. The timing just seemed to be that way. Say, everybody stop.
Hey, lady, what's wrong with you? You want to get killed or something?
Well, my car broke down.
Well, call the automobile club.
Oh, hey, I'm
Yes, yes, Shadow Temple. Thank you.
Road.
You're getting close then. Yeah.
A lot of time here. Let's see.
Probably like one more session away.
Your lights on. It can't be a generator. How did it stop light?
Well, I don't know what you mean.
Well, I mean, did it stop and start?
Why did Bo Svensson stop for her?
Sputtered. Oh, yeah, lady.
Oh, hey, where you going?
Or two? Okay, yeah. It's tough. It's not an easy game at all. I praise you for even playing it and streaming it. It's gonna be tough. He carries gas in his front seat. That's not very safe. Right in the tailpipe. Oh, hello.
Lady, would you mind going and sitting in the car? You're making me nervous.
Yes, sir.
Say, if that's nervous, make me nervous. Ah. A car? That's a boat.
Open up your hood.
Oh, the car hood. Okay. Oh, listen to that. All that needs to have is like a turret-mounted cannon, and it'd be a tank.
Move over, lady. I'll start it for you.
He's an alien.
There you are, ma'am. For God's sake, next time, drive on a full tank of gas.
Thank you, Lancelot.
Kelly's the name, ma'am. Kelly.
10? Oh, God.
My ways are
That's terrible.
Thanks would have been
I'm telling you, just make sure to get with Twitch.
Driver.
And They'll do some investigation for you. Oh. She's been drinking gasoline. Ugh.
Lancelot?
He probably does. He's going to be lancing a lot tonight. Ooh. Yeah, probably by tomorrow, those fake accounts won't be following Twitch will clean them out. You don't even have to contact them, but I would contact them to find out why they came so quickly and why they were very specific, especially that really terrible one. So yeah, there's something fishy.
It's been over an hour.
I know. And I can't understand it either. I have every available Geiger counter scattered throughout the entire area.
How many Geiger counters do you need?
With the antidote, there wouldn't be.
How much more can he have left?
Well, there are about 300 cc's left to start with.
That means he'll soon be out.
Then I strongly suggest you inform the general public
put those
in the
back
entire
on.
area.
We interrupt this program
Okay,
to bring
Chef.
you a special bulletin. All citizens in the metropolitan area to stay off the streets until further notice.
Have a good night.
This is an emergency. I repeat, this is an emergency.
That's good sound for a little tiny radio like that.
With radioactivity,
Radio
has been
9.
reported missing from the astrophysical laboratories.
Astrophysical?
Anyone coming near
Really?
him is subject to danger of radiation. Officials from the laboratories report that the radius of the danger zone is constantly increasing.
That ruined that game.
Let me repeat. All citizens in the metropolitan area are to stay off the streets until further notice.
The street is lava. This is an alien drill. First Godzilla and now a really tall alien dude. Wait, what's going on here? What, do you steal the truck? What? And who is that? That's a different guy. Grandpa went wandering again. Meanwhile, in the laundry room.
Douglas in the city.
Hey, Alex.
In the city? Yes, sir. He got there in a truck. The driver's dead from radiation burns. How the hell are we going to find him now?
Yeah, we usually get those the first Monday of the month, and then they have a little announcement that I can't hear. It just sounds like wah 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 wah.
25 feet.
Nora, how long would it take to mix up 3,000 cc of the antidote?
Antidote to what?
Do it. And get it to me immediately.
I don't know. That's just his theme.
We'll need an air gun.
You know, Torgo has his theme.
We'll have to find him first.
That's just the Giants theme.
That means we'll have to get within 20 or 25 feet. That's much too close. He takes one step, and we're in the danger zone.
I'm not going to do it. Nope. Not going to make a Kenny Loggins reference. Nope.
Wait a minute. There may be another way. If we place counters in strategic locations
and put on dance belts
surrounding the entire area where the truck driver's body was found, we could then connect the counters to a centralized oscilloscope.
You know what? It's not that important.
Which would give us his exact position without endangering any more lives.
No, just call martial law. You're a scientist.
Let's try it. What would be his radius of danger within an hour?
15 feet.
Oh, about 100 feet or more.
Is that more than 10?
Wait.
He pretty much is, yeah. Bullshit, the movie.
Yes, 100 feet.
101 feet.
If you're thinking of shooting that antidote into him at this range, we'd better make the first shot count.
I'm fully aware of the consequences.
Yeah, pretty much go the same direction. Just go ahead. I have that job. Rescue, but they're going to try to kill it. I don't know. Police and ice cream delivery. This is doing what? Hi, Jen. No, Shenlong. No, they get the kids into the movie with Monster Go-Go, and then they, you know.
The Civil Defense Unit swung into action.
Hey, can't you read the sign?
City streets were cleared of all but official personnel, with the realization that even seeing the monster might mean that an individual was close enough to absorb a lethal dose of radioactivity.
With that being said, let's all just hang around. Oh, the long wait. Oh, no. You know, I'm going to make a call and say that all these fire and rescue trucks showing up was just part of a prank. The producers couldn't afford it, so they said, hey, there's going to be a fire here, and maybe it's everybody. And then they filmed it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And a lot of extension cords. Yeah. That's too bad. Ooh, look at that. Wave, 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 wave. Okay. Odd way to go down the steps. Is he a submarine? I don't get it.
What are we supposed to do if something happens? Just stand here? Shut up and watch us go. Look, we're getting something.
Something.
What's the location?
Broadway.
From here. Better make that call now. They're on their way. Look.
Check our word for it. He said something to get them to come on their way. Wabash, they're in Chicago. That's right. Is Wacker Boulevard closed by too? Is it Boulevard or Drive? Can't remember. I want to say Drive now. Yeah. You know, say what you want, but the movie is well organized and they are really good parkers. It's like they're getting ready for a circus. Drive here, jump out of a truck, get back in the truck, drive somewhere else. vicious cycle continues forever and ever. Oh, now we're back over here. Other people are showing up. It's good to know that they're all working together. A team.
Well, where is it? Right here, sir. Layton Post. 1 block north and 2 blocks west. Sir, I'm losing him.
We're growing apart.
I've lost him. I can't get him anywhere. That's impossible. I have a Geiger counter right here.
Go to see what Michael Jackson's up to.
Could he have destroyed the counter? No, sir. It would have registered on the scope. Give me a counter. Don't be a fool. Would you rather go?
Oh, that's where the going went. Okay. The go-go just went. Man, these sets are... these locations are depressing, man. Makes Eraserhead look like, you know, Wizard of Oz. If I'm using this right, I'm in New York now. Yep, that's definitely a penny. Oh, right next to that, another penny. Yep, that's definitely the ground.
Boy, I checked the sanitation. That's not a sword. It's an unused tunnel.
Picking up 4 mutant turtles and a mutant rat.
It really doesn't go anywhere, sir. Both ends are blocked. These tracks. Is there any other way in? The north end, sir, is blocked from the outside. Have this one sealed off. Yes, sir.
Wow, what a leader. Plastic bags there. Yep. Okay. Making sure to put on that hefty bag. That'll protect you from garbage, I guess. Oh, that'll protect you from the smell, but radioactive material? Nah. He's doomed. No gloves either. You look great, Carl. You're doing great. Yep. Credit to your uniform. Suddenly the bassist wakes up at the end of the movie. Okay. The mostly right stuff.
There is one terrifying word in the world of nuclear physics.
Espanol.
Radiation.
Oh.
As the trail grew hot, so did the level of contamination.
So did his body
heat. Here was
heat.
a problem the civil defense authorities had never before faced and might never see again. Special equipment never tested under actual emergency conditions was brought in. The mouth of the sewer tunnel became the center of action.
Ooh, that's suggestive. Ooh. Oh, train incoming. Is Casey Jones down there? Oh, no, they'll probably stop maybe like a light rain or, I don't know, rock and roll perhaps.
One of the weapons against radiation is a decontamination spray.
That they're spraying all over everybody who's not wearing a suit.
Would it work? Or would those who followed the monster's trail be fried inside the lead-lined suits that were all that man could use against forces too large for him to comprehend?
Somebody likes using adjectives when they write the script. These musical cues are a hoot, man. All in a day's work. Looks like a, you know, like a marionette the way he walks. Ooh, I should have flushed the movie. It's getting like water's backing up a little bit. That's a different guy. Come on. Oh yeah, this also has the worst ending ever in a movie ever. I know I'm really not spoiling it. I'm just telling you to prepare for the worst ending in a movie ever. I don't think anyone will argue with me after this ending here, but let's give it a shot.
As if a switch had been turned, as if an eye had been blinked, as if some phantom force in the universe had made a move eons beyond our comprehension. Suddenly, there was no trail. There was no giant, no monster, no thing called Douglas.
No thing called love.
There was nothing in the tunnel but the puzzled men of courage who suddenly found themselves alone with shadows and darkness.
Shadows and darkness, exchanging glances. It's the worst. It's the worst. As of a switch had been flipped. In other words, they didn't know how to end the movie, so they just ended it. And you ready? It gets worse.
With the telegram, one cloud lifts and another descends. Astronaut Frank Douglas, rescued, alive, well, and of normal size, some 8,000 miles away in a lifeboat, with no memory of where he has been or how he was separated from his capsule. Then who or what has landed here?
A bad movie.
Is it here yet? Or has the cosmic switch been pulled?
Shut up with the cosmic switch.
Case in point. The line between science fiction and science fact is microscopically thin.
Like the dignity of everybody who made this movie.
Shaved even thinner. But is the menace with us? Or is the monster gone?
Or did they use Schick instead of Gillette?